Hello everyone, Queen Consort. Camilla has once again managed to ignite the kind of royal drama that only she could create. Camilla found herself at the center of a heated confrontation with none other than Catherine, Princess of Wales. And as if the situation wasn't embarrassing enough, Princess Anne, that ever-loyal custodian of royal integrity, decided to wade into the fray and set things straight. One can't help but wonder how Camilla ever thought she could hold her own in this power struggle. Spoiler alert, she couldn't. The headlines have been ablaze with reports of this explosive showdown, which has now become public knowledge much to Camilla's dismay, but honestly, is anyone surprised? Camilla has been clinging to her shaky role as Queen Consort for what feels like an eternity. Her attempts to outshine Catherine are as futile as they are laughable. After all, how can someone with Camilla's dated, lackluster approach to monarchy ever hope to compete with the radiant, beloved Catherine, who practically glows with grace every time she steps out in public? The answer is simple. She can't, and the world is watching her flounder in real time. The tension between Camilla and Catherine has been brewing for years, but this latest incident blew the lid off their long, simmering rivalry. Picture this: a supposedly casual royal engagement descends into chaos when Camilla, unable to contain her frustrations any longer, makes a passive-aggressive remark about Catherine neglecting King Charles' vision for a streamlined monarchy. Really, Camilla, that's your play coming from someone whose own role in the monarchy has been defined by a constant struggle to remain relevant. It's almost tragic to see her take this route. Almost Catherine, on the other hand, is a picture of poise until Camilla's thinly veiled jab hits home. And who could blame her for being hurt? Catherine has done more for the image of the British monarchy in a few short years than Camilla could ever dream of. Every step Catherine takes is a masterclass in grace under pressure, a reminder of what the monarchy could be if it weren't bogged down by Camilla's old-school antics. Camilla, in contrast, has only managed to alienate herself further from the family she so desperately wants to be part of. It's the classic tale of the aging Queen Consort losing her grip on the crown. Except this time it's painfully obvious that no one is rooting for her. Enter Princess Anne, the royal family's secret weapon, known for her no-nonsense attitude and fierce to those she cares about. Anna was having none of Camilla's passive-aggressive nonsense in true Anne fashion. She stepped in, took Catherine's side, and delivered a verbal smackdown that left Camilla reeling. It's almost comical, really, here's Camilla floundering to assert her authority, and Anne, with barely a flicker of effort, cuts her down to size. If Camilla thought she could intimidate Anne, she clearly forgot who she was dealing with. Anne doesn't suffer fools lightly, and Camilla, well, let's just say she's not exactly known for her brilliance. The public fallout from this confrontation has been nothing short of catastrophic for Camilla. Instead of cementing her role as a strong, capable queen consort, she's managed to solidify her position as the royal family's resident, has been clinging to outdated notions of what the monarchy should be. Meanwhile, Catherine and Anne have emerged from the fray stronger than ever. Catherine in particular has wisely chosen to stay silent on the matter, letting her actions do the talking, and what a contrast that silence is to Camilla's blustering by not engaging in public mudslinging. Catherine is showing exactly why she's the future of the monarchy, while Camilla is stuck in the past, floundering in irrelevance, and let's not forget the media frenzy that's erupted in the wake of this royal spat. Every tabloid and newspaper is dissecting Camilla's every move, and the verdict is clear. She's out of her depth. Critics have been quick to point out that instead of building bridges within the royal family, Camilla's actions have only served to alienate her from key players like Catherine and Anne. For someone who has spent years trying to convince the public that she belongs in this role, her attempts are coming apart at the seams, but here's where things get really interesting. Camilla's outdated stiff up. A lip approach to the monarchy couldn't be more out of sync with the times. The public has no time for her brand of traditionalism, especially when Catherine is the embodiment of modern royalty, graceful, approachable, and genuinely connected to the people. It's almost painful to watch Camilla try to keep up almost. If the monarchy is to survive in the 21st century, it needs more Catherines and fewer Camillas, and the public knows it. Every move Camilla makes only serves to reinforce the idea that she's living on borrowed time, hanging on by her fingernails while the younger generation sweeps her aside. The beauty of this whole situation is that Camilla doesn't seem to realize just how irrelevant she's becoming. Even as she tries to assert herself, the tide is turning against her. The harder she pushes, the more she isolates herself, and the more the public and the rest of the royal family realize that her time in the spotlight is drawing to a close. Catherine Starr, on the other hand, continues to rise, and her refusal to engage with Camilla's petty antics only solidifies her role as the true face of the monarchy. Then there's Anne, quietly but effectively delivering the death blow to Camilla's hopes of ever being taken seriously. Anne has always been a force to be reckoned with, but this latest showdown has cemented her position as the backbone of the royal family. While Camilla flounders, Anne thrives, standing firm in her values and loyalties, and honestly, it's refreshing to see someone like Anne call out Camilla's nonsense for what it is: outdated, self-serving, and ultimately futile. This confrontation will go down in history as yet another example of Camilla's inability to adapt to the modern monarchy. Her outdated approach, combined with her growing frustration at being overshadowed by Catherine, has left her flailing in a position she was never truly equipped to handle. The public knows it, the royal family knows it, and deep down, even Camilla must know it. So what does this all mean for the future of the British monarchy? Quite simply, it's a sign that the monarchy is evolving and Camilla isn't part of that evolution. The future belongs to Catherine, Annie, and those who can navigate the complexities of modern royalty with grace, poise, and a genuine connection to the people. Camilla's reign, if you can even call it that, is coming to an end, and no amount of scheming or backdoor politics can change that. The public has spoken and their verdict is clear. They've had enough of Camilla and they're ready for a new era of royalty. One that doesn't include her at the heart of this ongoing saga is a battle for relevance. One that Camilla, despite her lofty title as queen consort, seems woefully unprepared to win. She's a relic of the past, desperately trying to assert herself in a royal landscape that has moved on without her. Her attempts to grasp power feels more like the last-ditch efforts of someone who's beginning to realize the walls are closing, and every step Camilla takes to solidify her place within the family feels more like a stumble, and she's left playing catch-up with the likes of Catherine and Anne, both of whom effortlessly outshine her at every turn. Catherine's rise to prominence in particular has been nothing short of meteoric. The public adores her, not because she seeks the spotlight, but because she embodies everything they hoped the monarchy could be: modern, relatable, and genuinely engaged with the world around her. While Camilla continues to cling to her outdated notion of royal decorum, Catherine has quietly revolutionized the way the public perceives the royal family. Her focus on mental health advocacy, children's welfare, and other pressing issues of our time shows a deep understanding of what it means to be a modern royal. Unlike Camilla, whose every move feels calculated and stiff, Catherine is a natural. It's no wonder Camilla feels threatened. Catherine represents everything she is not and everything the monarchy needs to be, but perhaps the most devastating blow to Camilla's aspirations comes not from Catherine, but from Princess Anne. Oh, Anne, if ever there was a royal who didn't suffer fools, gladly it's her. While Camilla may have once hoped to earn Anne's respect, or at least coexist with her in relative peace, that ship sailed long ago. Anne has made her position clear. She has no time for Camilla's nonsense, and she's not shy about letting her know it. In fact, Anne's no-nonsense attitude is exactly what the royal family needs at this time of internal strife. Her steadfast commitment to duty and her sharp wit cut through the petty power plays and backroom scheming that seem to define Camilla's approach to royalty. Take, for instance, the recent charity event where Anne reportedly refused to even acknowledge Camilla's presence while the queen consort flitted about trying to charm the attendees with limited success. As one might expect, Anne remained firmly planted in conversation with Catherine and other key figures, barely giving Camilla a passing glance. It's a small gesture, but one that speaks volumes. Anne doesn't need to shout or create a scene to make her point. Her very presence is a reminder that Camilla is not and never will be on her level, and therein lies the crux of Camilla's problem. No matter how hard she tries, she simply can't command the respect that comes so naturally to figures like Catherine and Anne. It's as though she's constantly trying to prove herself in a game where the rules were written long before she ever entered the picture, and she's hopelessly outmatched where Catherine Starr rises higher with each passing day and Anne's legacy, as a stalwart of royal duty, remains unassailable. Camilla finds herself trapped in a downward spiral of diminishing influence, but what exactly is it that makes Camilla so unfit for the role she so desperately clings to? For one, her entire image is built on a foundation of outdated values that might have worked in a bygone era, but now feel entirely out of place in today's world. While Catherine has embraced the public and opened up about her struggles, showing a level of vulnerability that resonates with people, Camilla remains closed off, stiff, and entirely unrelatable. She seems more concerned with maintaining appearances than with actually engaging with the public in any meaningful way. And let's be honest, her attempts to present herself as a figure of authority within the royal family fall flat, especially when juxtaposed with the genuine warmth and competence displayed by Catherine. And then there's Anne. Let's talk more about Anne because honestly, she deserves every bit of praise she gets. While Camilla may see herself as a figure of wisdom within the family, Anne is the true embodiment of royal duty and grace. She doesn't need a crown to command respect. Her actions speak for themselves, whether she's attending a charity function or representing the royal family abroad, and does so with a sense of purpose and commitment that Camilla could only dream of. While Camilla flounders, grasping at straws in an attempt to assert her dominance and quietly goes about her business, getting the job done and earning the admiration of both the public and her peers. In fact, Anne's ability to outshine Camilla without even trying is perhaps the most damning indictment of Camilla's inadequacy. Here we have a woman, Anne, who is respected not because she demands it, but because she has earned it through decades of hard work and dedication. Camilla, on the other hand, seems to believe that respect should come automatically with her title, but the truth is titles mean nothing if the person wearing them lacks substance. And that's where Camilla falters time and time again. She has the title, but she doesn't have the substance to back it up. Catherine and Anne, by contrast, don't need to flaunt their titles to command attention. Their actions speak louder than words, and the public has taken notice. Catherine's charitable endeavors combined with her natural grace and poise have endeared her to the nation in a way that Camilla could never hope to achieve. And Anne's unwavering commitment to duty, whether it's attending hundreds of engagements each year or standing up for what she believes is right, has cemented her place as one of the most respected members of the royal family. But Camilla's still struggling to find her footing in a world that has moved on without her. Her attempts to assert herself within the royal hierarchy come across as desperate and out of touch. She's trying to play a game she doesn't understand, and the results are as painful as they are predictable no matter how hard she tries. Camilla will always be the odd one out, the relic of a bygone era clinging to the remnants of a role she was never suited for in the first place. And it's not just the public that has grown weary of Camilla's antics within the royal family. There's a growing sense that her time is up while Catherine and Anne continue to rise in prominence, commanding respect both within the family and among the public. Camilla is slowly but surely being sidelined, her influence is waning, and there's a sense that the royal family is ready to move on without her, and honestly, who could blame them? The monarchy is at a crossroads, and the choices it makes now will determine its future. Catherine and Anne represent the future, a monarchy that is modern, relatable, and in touch with the people. Camilla, on the other hand, represents the past, a monarchy that is outdated, elitist, and out of step with the times. It's clear which direction the public wants the monarchy to go, and it's equally clear that Camilla is not part of that vision. As the royal family continues to evolve, Camilla's role will become increasingly marginal. She may still hold the title of Queen Consort, but in reality her influence is waning with each passing day. Catherine and Anne, by contrast, are only growing stronger, cementing their positions as the true leaders of the royal family both now and in the future. Reflecting on the entire saga that is Camilla's ascent to Queen Consort feels like watching a Shakespearean farce in real time. The only problem is while the farce is entertaining for us, it's clearly more of a tragedy for her. From the outset, Camilla's rise has been a clumsy attempt to transform herself from the other woman into a respected royal figure, but let's not kid ourselves. It's a transformation that has never quite stuck. To be perfectly frank, Camilla is the kind of character that begs for snide remarks and snarky quips because she simply makes it so easy. There's something almost comical about her desperation to be seen as a central figure in the royal family despite knowing deep down that she'll never escape the shadow of Diana. Let's face it, the title Queen Consort doesn't magically bestow grace, dignity, or public favor. It's something earned, and yet time and again Camilla acts as if simply wearing a crown makes her a beloved figure, when in reality it's more like watching a middle manager mistakenly believe they're running the whole company. Take Catherine, for instance. She didn't have to claw her way into the public's affection or awkwardly jostle for a place on the royal pedestal. It came naturally not because she demanded it, but because she earned it. Catherine's approach to royalty is one of quiet elegance, subtle power, and most of all, a genuine sense of duty that resonates deeply with the public. While Camilla remains stiff, rigid, and entirely incapable of engaging with modern Britain, Catherine understands what people want and need from the monarchy. In 2024, a relatable, warm, and sincere figure who represents progress, not the crusty remnants of our dated aristocracy. And then there's Anne. Where do we even begin with Princess Anne? If Camilla is a failed audition for royalty, Anne is the ultimate professional, the stalwart embodiment of royal duty. Anne is everything. Camilla is not unpretentious, competent, and absolutely no nonsense. In fact, Anne doesn't even seem to try, and yet she effortlessly commands respect wherever she goes. She has been quietly going about her work for decades, and her legacy as the hardest working royal speaks for itself. What's more, Anne never needed to elbow her way into the spotlight or scramble for approval. She's always been respected because she deserves it. The stark contrast between Anne and Camilla couldn't be more apparent. While Anne is out there getting things done without fuss or drama, Camilla seems to think that by simply standing next to Charles, she'll magically become indispensable to the monarchy. In 2024, a relatable, warm, and sincere figure who represents progress, not the crusty remnants of our dated aristocracy. And then there's Anne. Where do we even begin with Princess Anne? If Camilla is a failed audition for royalty, Anne is the ultimate professional, the stalwart embodiment of royal duty. Anne is everything. Camilla is not unpretentious, competent, and absolutely no nonsense. In fact, Anne doesn't even seem to try, and yet she effortlessly commands respect wherever she goes. She has been quietly going about her work for decades, and her legacy as the hardest working royal speaks for itself. What's more, Anne never needed to elbow her way into the spotlight or scramble for approval. She's always been respected because she deserves it. The stark contrast between Anne and Camilla couldn't be more apparent. While Anne is out there getting things done without fuss or drama, Camilla seems to think that by simply standing next to Charles, she'll magically become indispensable to the monarchy. It's a rather deluded assumption on her part. Annie, with her steely determination and impeccable work ethic, has set the gold standard for royal duty. Camilla, by comparison, fumbles her way through every public engagement, often coming across as completely out of touch. The fact that Anne at her core is a woman of substance, while Camilla remains desperately shallow, is painfully obvious to anyone paying attention. Let's take a moment to reflect on how bizarre it is that Camilla still hasn't figured out how utterly irrelevant she is becoming every time she tries to assert her position. It feels like watching someone try to make fetch happen. It's just not going to work. You can see it in the awkward glances at public events, the strained attempts to appear regal, and the complete lack of natural charisma. Camilla's entire public persona feels like a poorly performed imitation of what she thinks royalty should look like rather than an authentic embodiment of the role. Contrast this with Catherine, who genuinely shines in her role. She doesn't have to fake it. She's the real deal. Whether it's her compassionate work on children's mental health or her commitment to environmental causes, Catherine's actions speak volumes about her priorities, and let's not forget how she's been raising the next generation of royals with grace and dignity. While Camilla awkwardly shuffles through public engagements, Catherine is busy shaping the future of the monarchy with a clear sense of what's at stake. It's no wonder people gravitate toward Catherine. She represents the monarchy's potential while Camilla embodies its stagnation. Speaking of stagnation, the way Camilla interacts with Princess Anne is another piece of the puzzle that's as amusing as it is telling. There's an almost palpable tension between them, not the fiery kind, but the cold indifference that screams, "I don't have time for your nonsense." And Anne's dismissal of Camilla is not only satisfying for those of us watching from the sidelines, but also deeply symbolic of where Camilla stands in the royal pecking order and doesn't need to say a word to make it clear that she sees right through Camilla's facade. And it's refreshing to watch someone so obviously unimpressed by the queen consort's hollow pretensions. But of course, Camilla doesn't seem to understand why she's so out of step with the rest of the royal family, or worse, with the public. Her attempts to project authority fall flat because they lack the essential ingredient that figures like Anne and Catherine have in spades: authenticity. While Catherine has seamlessly modernized the monarchy with her natural grace, and Anne remains the epitome of tireless dedication, Camilla is stuck in a role she was never meant to play. It's almost tragic, really, but she doesn't realize how out of place she is. But then again, it's hard to feel too sorry for someone who continues to overplay their hand at every turn. What's fascinating, too, is how both Catherine and Anne have managed to navigate the complexities of royal life without succumbing to the kind of desperation that defines Camilla's every move. Catherine, in particular, has mastered the art of being present, but never overbearing. Something Camilla could learn from if only she were capable of self-awareness. Catherine's ability to maintain her dignity in the face of intense public scrutiny is no small feat, and yet she makes it look easy. Camilla, on the other hand, constantly appears on edge as if she's waiting for the next misstep or public faux pas, and given her track record, It's not a matter of if, but when. As for Anne, her decades of public service have been marked by an unwavering commitment to the causes she cares about without any need. For the theatrics that Camilla so often resorts to, Anne is the definition of walking softly and carrying a big stick. She doesn't need to shout or demand attention because she has earned her place through sheer hard work and dedication. Camilla, in stark contrast, seems to believe that her position should automatically command respect despite having done very little to deserve it, and therein lies the central issue with Camilla's entire royal journey. She has mistaken titles for respect, thinking that once she got the crowd, everything else would fall into place. But respect isn't given, it's earned, and try as she might, Camilla has never figured out how to do that. Whether it's her inability to connect with the public or her awkward attempts to navigate royal politics, Camilla's approach has been one misstep after another. Meanwhile, Catherine and Anne continue to outshine her without even trying. It's not because they're perfect, it's because they understand what it means to serve the monarchy in a meaningful way, something Camilla has never quite grasped. Ultimately, Camilla's position within the royal family feels more tenuous with each passing day. Her attempts to assert herself as a key figure in the monarchy are undermined by her own lack of charisma, competence, and connection to the public. She is at best an accessory to Charles's reign, someone who may hold the title of queen consort, but lacks the gravitas to truly fill the role. Meanwhile, Catherine and Anne continue to rise, their influence growing stronger as they embody the values the public wants to see in the royal family. In the grand scheme of things, Camilla's story will likely be remembered as one of missed opportunities, an unfulfilled potential. While Catherine and Anne will be celebrated for their contributions to the future of the monarchy, Camilla will be relegated to the footnotes, a figure who tried and failed to live up to the expectations of her title. It's a harsh reality, but one that feels increasingly inevitable as the royal family moves forward. The changes within the royal family have undoubtedly created an environment where Catherine can flourish with the weight of public expectations and the ever-watchful eye of the media. She has faced challenges that would deter even the most steadfast individuals, yet rather than succumbing to the pressures, Catherine has used this period of reflection as an opportunity for personal growth and renewed focus on her responsibilities as a future queen. Consort. Williams's unwavering support has been instrumental in this journey, showcasing the depth of their partnership. William's observations speak to a broader narrative of resilience within the royal family. His commitment to creating a supportive environment for Catherine is not only commendable but also necessary. In a world where public perception often overshadows the reality of personal struggles, this emphasis on mental well-being and emotional support marks a significant shift in how the royal family approaches its public image, making them more relatable to the everyday challenges faced by families across the globe. Moreover, William's recognition of Catherine's growth emphasizes her ability to adapt and thrive under pressure. Unlike her predecessors, who may have faltered under similar circumstances, Catherine has embraced her role with grace and tenacity. This transition reflects not only her personal development, but also her dedication to her family and royal duties. She has managed to strike a delicate balance between her responsibilities and her personal well-being, an endeavor that deserves admiration. As William highlights the importance of processing emotions, it becomes evident that the royal couple is setting a new standard for emotional intelligence. Within the monarchy, they are redefining what it means to be a royal, moving away from the traditional, often stoic demeanor associated with royal duty. Instead, they present a more human side to royalty, one that acknowledges struggles while celebrating growth. This approach resonates with the public, who appreciate the vulnerability and authenticity that William and Catherine embody. In reflecting on the past few months, one cannot overlook the significant transformation that has occurred within their family dynamic. The challenges they have faced have not only tested their resolve, but also solidified their bond. The couple's ability to communicate openly about their experiences demonstrates a level of maturity and understanding that is often lacking in public figures. It sets a powerful example for others, illustrating that seeking support and taking time to heal is not a sign of weakness, but rather an essential part of personal and collective growth. William's remarks also shed light on the strength of their partnership. Their collaborative efforts in facing adversity highlight the importance of teamwork in overcoming obstacles. Catherine's journey is not one she navigates alone. William stands beside her, reinforcing the idea that their shared experiences only deepen their connection. This unity is essential as they prepare for their roles within the monarchy, particularly in a time of uncertainty and change. Furthermore, as the couple prepares for future challenges, their focus on family stability becomes paramount. In a landscape where royal families around the world face increasing pressures, the emphasis on nurturing their children and fostering a supportive environment will serve as a foundation for their legacy. William and Catherine's commitment to prioritizing their family life amidst the public glare distinguishes them from previous generations, marking a shift towards a more modern approach to royalty. Catherine's ability to regain her strength is a testament to her resilience and adaptability. She has not only embraced her royal duties, but has also carved out a space for herself within the monarchy. Her focus on mental health and well-being resonates deeply, particularly in a society that is increasingly recognizing the importance of self-care. By openly discussing these themes, both William and Catherine are contributing to a broader dialogue about mental health, ultimately making the royal family more relatable and relevant to the public. However, sources close to the royal family have hinted that Catherine's struggles with public scrutiny and personal health have been exacerbated by the ongoing tension surrounding Camilla and Charles. The separation, characterized by an apparent emotional distance between the couple, has been interpreted by some as a positive development for Catherine, allowing her to navigate her role as a future queen consort with renewed clarity. This emotional distance from Charles is a stark contrast to the turmoil and manipulation often associated with Camilla's presence. While Camilla has thrived in creating drama and intrigue, Catherine has taken this opportunity to reflect and grow. This contrast highlights the core differences in their characters. One thrives in the chaos while the other seeks stability and strength. The fact that Catherine has emerged with renewed clarity speaks volumes about her resilience and commitment to her royal duties. Unlike Camilla, who appears more concerned with her own public image, Catherine's focus remains on serving her family and the nation. The ongoing turmoil surrounding Camilla's questionable motives and her need for validation has undoubtedly weighed heavily on Catherine. However, rather than allowing this drama to define her, Catherine has utilized the situation to strengthen her resolve. She understands that her role as a future queen consort comes with immense responsibility, and she is committed to navigating these challenges with grace and dignity. In doing so, she stands in sharp contrast to Camilla, who often resorts to petty schemes to maintain her relevance within the royal family. William's steadfast support of Catherine during these trying times has further solidified their bond in an environment rife with tension. Their partnership has become a model of what true royal representation should be. William, aware of the challenges posed by Camilla's antic, has remained focused on providing a nurturing environment for Catherine, ensuring she feels supported as she steps into her role as a future queen. The contrast between their genuine partnership and Camilla's opportunistic nature could not be clearer. The emotional distance that some interpret as a separation also allows Catherine to reclaim her identity and redefine her purpose within the royal family. While Camilla may thrive on manipulating situations for her own gain, Catherine is dedicated to promoting unity and strength within the monarchy. This dedication underscores her suitability as a future queen consort as she embraces the idea of leading with compassion rather than personal ambition. Catherine's ability to rise above the petty squabbles associated with Camilla's drama is a testament to her character. In an environment often marred by manipulation and insecurity, she remains a symbol of hope and resilience. Her quiet strength speaks volumes about her capability to lead the monarchy into a new era, one defined by authenticity and integrity. In stark contrast to Camilla's self-serving tactics, as Catherine continues to navigate the pressures of public life. It is clear that her commitment to her family and her responsibilities will only strengthen the emotional turmoil surrounding Camilla. Serves as a reminder of what true royalty should not embody: opportunism and manipulation. Said, Catherine's focus on family values and her dedication to her children highlight her readiness for the role she will inevitably inherit. In this dynamic, William and Catherine present a unified front against the chaos that often envelops their lives. They embody the values that the monarchy desperately needs, pushing back against the disarray created by Camilla's self-centered approach. Their partnership reflects a modern monarchy built on support and shared responsibility, contrasting sharply with the outdated power plays that Camilla represents. As the public continues to scrutinize the royal family, the attention now shifts to the genuine connection that William and Catherine share. Their love and commitment serve as a balm for the wounds inflicted by Camilla's antics. In this light, Catherine's journey becomes even more significant, showcasing her ability to rise above adversity while remaining devoted to her role. As the royal family attempts to navigate the murky waters of public perception, William's words serve as both a rallying cry and a stark contrast to the chaos often surrounding Camilla and Charles. The dynamics within the royal family reveal a deeper narrative, one of stability versus turmoil. authenticity versus artifice. While Camilla and Charles continue to grapple with their image, often overshadowed by controversies that seem to follow them like a dark cloud, William and Catherine have taken a refreshing approach grounded in sincerity and genuine connection. William's emphasis on family support underscores the profound need for unity in times of distress. Unlike Camilla, whose tactics often involve manipulation and a desperate clinging to relevance, William and Catherine exemplify what it means to lead with integrity. Their commitment to each other and their children reflects a strength that stands in stark opposition to Camilla's insecurities. The ongoing media scrutiny only seems to reinforce the idea that the public is more than ready to embrace a royal couple that prioritizes authenticity over the calculated drama that Camilla often seems to embody. While Camilla may desperately attempt to navigate the royal landscape by forging alliances and seeking validation through public appearances, her efforts are frequently undermined by her apparent lack of substance. The public is no stranger to the whispers surrounding her questionable past, and this lingering shadow casts a pall over any genuine contribution she could make. In stark contrast, William and Catherine's approach to their roles within the monarchy is characterized by a dedication to their responsibilities and an unwavering commitment to their family. The differences between these two couples could not be more pronounced. William and Catherine emerge as beacons of hope, displaying a unity that is rooted in shared values and mutual respect. Their ability to rise above the chaos, especially as they confront the challenges presented by Camilla's often self-serving actions, positions them as the modern face of royalty. As they focus on building a stable family unit, the monarchy can only benefit from the positive energy that emanates from their partnership. Catherine's resilience in the face of adversity serves as a powerful testament to her character, rather than succumbing to the pressures that might overwhelm someone in her position. She has utilized her experiences to bolster her resolve as she takes on her responsibilities with grace and strength. The contrast with Camilla's often misguided and clumsy attempts to assert herself becomes glaringly apparent. It is this stark difference that ultimately endears Catherine to the public, who yearn for a royal family that reflects their values. Moreover, as William champions the importance of familial bonds, it becomes evident that he's a man of principle, unwilling to engage in the same underhanded tactics that seem to define Camilla's approach to her royal duties. He recognizes that the stability of the royal family hinges on trust, authenticity, and a commitment to each other. This understanding fosters a sense of loyalty among the public, who are increasingly drawn to a couple that embodies the virtues they hold dear. In a world where royal scandals often dominate headlines, William and Catherine's ability to maintain a united front amidst adversity sends a powerful message. The narrative surrounding their family is one of resilience, growth, and a commitment to a brighter future. Qualities that stand in sharp contrast to the ongoing tumult associated with Camilla and Charles. Their partnership, built on respect and admiration, has the potential to redefine the monarchy in a way that aligns with the values of contemporary society. While Camilla grapples with the weight of her past and her tenuous hold on relevance, William and Catherine forge ahead with a vision that encompasses both tradition and modernity. They represent the future of the monarchy, a future that prioritizes the well-being of the family over the pursuit of popularity or approval. In doing so, they create a narrative that resonates deeply with the public, who are eager for a royal family that mirrors their own experiences and aspirations. The royal family continues to evolve. It is clear that the contrast between the stability represented by William and Catherine and the chaos surrounding Camilla and Charles will be a defining factor in shaping the monarchy's future. Their dedication to one another and their commitment to their roles signals a new era, one where authenticity, love, and a focus on family take precedence over the superficial glamour that Camilla seems to embody. In light of the recent turbulence within the royal family, William's remarks reveal a crucial truth: the importance of unity in times of uncertainty, as he and Catherine work tirelessly to reinforce the family bond. It becomes glaringly apparent how this contrasts sharply with the less favorable dynamics surrounding Camilla and Charles. Their ongoing struggles, marked by public disdain and skepticism, serve as a backdrop against which William and Catherine shine as beacons of hope and stability. The royal family, under the leadership of William and Catherine, is embracing a forward-thinking approach that seems more aligned with modern values, contrasting sharply with Camilla's outdated and often criticized methods. While William and Catherine look toward the future, working hand in hand to foster a nurturing environment for their children and uphold royal traditions with integrity, Camilla's role has become increasingly ambiguous. Her attempts to secure her position and relevance within the monarchy have often resulted in more harm than good. The public's perception of Camilla remains fraught with skepticism largely due to her past and the perceived opportunism that has characterized her ascent within royal circles. Unlike Catherine, who is celebrated for her genuine commitment to family and charity, Camilla often finds herself embroiled in controversy, struggling to escape the shadows of her history. The stark contrast in public opinion between Catherine and Camilla is undeniable. Where Catherine is met with admiration for her grace and poise, Camilla often evokes scorn, viewed as a figure who manipulates circumstances to her advantage rather than genuinely contributing to the royal narrative. This perception only serves to underscore William's intent to create a stable and nurturing environment for his family. By highlighting the importance of resilience and support, he implicitly contrasts his family's commitment to each other with the dysfunction that seems to characterize Camilla and Charles' relationship. While Camilla and Charles navigate their tumultuous public image, William and Catherine demonstrate the true royal duty transcends mere appearances. Their focus on authenticity and genuine connection has resonated deeply with the public, fostering a sense of respect and admiration that Camilla has struggled to attain. The ongoing efforts of William and Catherine to emphasize emotional strength and support reveal a commitment to family that starkly contrasts with the often superficial image associated with Camilla and Charles. Moreover, the increasing scrutiny surrounding Camilla's influence raises questions about her role in shaping royal narratives. While William and Catherine are committed to advancing the monarchy with grace and dignity, Camilla's tactics often lean towards self-serving agendas. Her attempts to align herself with contemporary issues appear disingenuous, as they often lack the heartfelt connection that William and Catherine bring to their initiatives. The royal family is evolving under their guidance, yet Camilla seems tethered to a bygone era, struggling to adapt to the expectations of modern royalty. Catherine's emergence as a strong and relatable figure has significantly reshaped public sentiment. Her focus on mental health, childhood education, and family well-being has garnered widespread acclaim, creating a powerful juxtaposition against Camilla's often criticized public engagements. Catherine's genuine interactions and compassionate approach have made her a beloved figure, further cementing the notion that the future of the monarchy lies in authenticity, rather than the contrived narratives pushed by Camilla. Williams' leadership is indicative of a new era in the royal family, one that prioritizes emotional well-being and connection. This shift away from the cold, often distant practices of previous generations, particularly those associated with figures like Camilla, signals a profound transformation in how royalty engages with the public. The royal family's united front stands in stark contrast to the turbulent waters that Camilla and Charles must navigate, highlighting their struggles as a reflection of outdated traditions that no longer resonate with the public. As the royal family strives to present a cohesive unit, it is clear that Catherine plays a pivotal role in fostering this unity. Her ability to connect with people on a personal level, coupled with William's steadfast support, creates a formidable partnership that strengthens their public image and reinforces their commitment to the monarchy. This dynamic emphasizes a refreshing perspective on royal duty, where personal growth and emotional connection take precedence over the superficial pursuits that have marked Camilla's legacy. William's acknowledgement of Catherine's struggles reflects a broader narrative about the royal family's evolution. His words indicate a departure from traditional royal practices where emotional transparency and vulnerability were often shrouded in silence. Instead, the couple embraces a more open and relatable approach, acknowledging the challenges they face while reinforcing their commitment to one another. This shift in perspective is not just beneficial for their relationship. It has the power to resonate with the public who yearn for a monarchy that mirrors their own experiences and values. Catherine's journey, marked by her resilience, is not merely a personal endeavor, but a public one as well. Her ability to confront her struggles and emerge stronger is emblematic of a new era within the royal family, where personal narratives are shared openly and with purpose. William's supportive remarks amplify this narrative, reinforcing the idea that strength is found not only in overcoming adversity, but also in the willingness to share that journey with the world. This approach not only humanizes the royal family, but also inspires others to face their own challenges. As the royal family seeks to rebuild its image amidst external pressures, the synergy between William and Catherine becomes increasingly significant. Their collaborative efforts, whether in charitable initiatives or public appearances, reflect a dedication to their royal duties and a shared vision for the future. The couple's focus on mental health and well-being, particularly in light of recent events, demonstrates their awareness of the public's evolving expectations. They have positioned themselves as advocates for a more compassionate and understanding monarchy, one that prioritizes connection over tradition. Moreover, this newfound emphasis on healing and unity is particularly relevant in today's context where public sentiment often leans towards authenticity and relatability. The monarchy's ability to adapt to these expectations is crucial for its survival and relevance. William and Catherine's journey serves as a testament to this adaptability as they navigate the complexities of royal life while remaining steadfast in their commitment to each other and their family. Their actions are a clear indication that they are not merely figures of authority, but active participants in the dialogue surrounding the monarchy's future. While challenges remain, particularly with the lingering scrutiny surrounding the royal family, William and Catherine's proactive stance offers a glimmer of hope. Their dedication to fostering an environment of support and understanding sends a powerful message to both the public and their peers within the monarchy. As they strive to create a space where healing is prioritized, they set a precedent that could influence how future generations of royals approach their responsibilities. The narrative surrounding the royal family is shifting, and William and Catherine are at the forefront of this transformation. Their commitment to each other, coupled with their efforts to engage with the public on pressing issues, reflects a modern monarchy that acknowledges its flaws while actively seeking to improve. This journey towards healing not only benefits their family, but also resonates with a broader audience, creating a sense of solidarity among those who may feel isolated in their struggles. In embracing vulnerability, William and Catherine exemplify the strength that comes from facing challenges together. Their partnership serves as an inspiring model for others, emphasizing that recovery is not a solitary journey, but one that thrives on mutual support and understanding as they navigate this chapter. The royal family stands poised to redefine its legacy, moving away from a history steeped in formality and embracing a future grounded in compassion and unity. The hope for a brighter future within the monarchy lies in the hands of William and Catherine. Their journey of healing and growth reflects a commitment to not only their own family, but to the ideals that the royal family seeks to represent. By fostering an environment of openness and support, they are paving the way for a new era, one where the monarchy is not merely a relic of the past, but a living institution that resonates with the values and aspirations of the people it serves. This shift may very well redefine the monarchy's relevance in contemporary society, offering a refreshing perspective that prioritizes emotional well-being alongside royal duty. As they continue on this path, the royal family emerges not just as a symbol of tradition, but as a beacon of hope for a brighter, more connected future. Camilla's retreat from public engagements following Anne's remarks is nothing short of a confirmation of her own insecurities. For a woman who clawed her way into the position of queen consort, it must be a bitter pill to swallow, seeing Catherine gain traction as the people's choice for a modern monarchy. It's a damning commentary on Camilla's inability to truly connect with the public, a failure that contrasts sharply with Catherine's natural charm and grace. Anne's statement, "The monarchy needs someone who resonates with the public and embodies the values of today," was a masterstroke. Though she didn't mention names directly, it's clear that her words were meant to highlight Catherine's strengths and by implication to diminish Camilla's relevance. Camilla, with her history of scandal and controversy, simply cannot embody the modern values that Anne referenced. Where Catherine represents elegance, duty, and relatability, Camilla is a relic of a bygone era, one marred by infidelity and manipulation. This isn't just a passive observation by Anne. It's a challenge to the status quo. Camilla's sudden disappearance from public view signals her recognition that her place in the royal family may no longer be secure. It's difficult to imagine a scenario in which Camilla manages to rebound from this, especially as the public increasingly views Catherine as the ideal future monarch. While Camilla once thought she could sit comfortably beside King Charles, Anne's words have disrupted that illusion entirely. For years, Camilla has navigated the choppy waters of public opinion, forever haunted by her role. In the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage, her ascent to the throne was never guaranteed, and even now it's clear that her tenure as queen consort is fraught with uncertainty. She has tried to carve out a role for herself, but her connection to the people has always been weak. At best, Anne's remarks have only underscored that failure. While Camilla recoils from the spotlight, Catherine has never been more prominent. Her poise, her dedication to causes that matter, and her unwavering commitment to her family have endeared her to the British public in ways that Camilla could never dream of. Anne's implicit endorsement of Catherine is not just an acknowledgement of her growing influence, but a clear message to Camilla: your time is up. This marks a significant shift in the royal family's power dynamics. It's evident that Anne's support for Catherine is not merely personal, but strategic. The monarchy as an institution needs a figure like Catherine to survive in the modern world. Camilla, with her history and her inability to move beyond the scandals that have defined her, is an impediment to that progress. Camilla's retreat speaks volumes faced with Anne's sharp critique and the public's growing support for Catherine. It seems she has no choice but to step back and reassess her place within the royal family. Her influence, which was always tenuous, is now fading rapidly, and the cracks in her public persona are showing more than ever her past. Marred by her infamous affair with Charles while he was married to Princess Diana still casts a long shadow. No amount of royal titles can erase the damage done by years of public scorn, and Anne's words have only reopened old wounds. Watch That's More. Camilla's relationship with the public has always been transactional. She's never been able to genuinely win the hearts of the people, and her attempts to do so have often felt forced. Whether it's her awkward public appearances or her lukewarm reception at royal events, it's clear that Camilla is not cut out for the role she so desperately sought, and now with Anne subtly positioning Catherine as the future of the monarchy, Camilla's relevance is rapidly diminishing. In stark contrast, Catherine's rise has been organic. She didn't have to scheme or manipulate her way into public favor. She simply earned it through her actions. Whether she's championing mental health initiatives or working on behalf of children's causes, Catherine has consistently demonstrated that she is in touch with the issues that matter to the public. Camilla, on the other hand, has remained disconnected, insulated by her privileged position, and unwilling or unable to connect with ordinary people. This latest turn of events has only solidified what many have suspected for years. Camilla was never meant to be queen. Her role in the royal family has always been more of a placeholder than a legitimate contender for the crown. With Catherine emerging as the clear favorite for a future leadership role, it's becoming increasingly obvious that Camilla's time in the spotlight is coming to an end. The monarchy cannot afford to be weighed down by her baggage any longer. As the British public watches this drama unfold, it's hard not to see this as the beginning of the end. For Camilla, while she may have once dreamed of standing beside Charles as his equal, the reality is that she has always been an outsider, an afterthought in the royal narrative. Now, with Catherine poised to take on a more prominent role, it seems that Camilla's days of influence are numbered. Anne's sharp observations have done more than just expose the cracks in the royal family. They've revealed the weaknesses in Camilla's position. As the monarchy continues to evolve, it's clear that there is no room for someone like Camilla, who is so deeply out of touch with the public. Catherine represents the future. While Camilla remains a relic of the past, a past that the British people are eager to move on from, Camilla's tenure as queen consort is becoming increasingly tenuous, and the tension within the royal family is palpable. Princess Anne's bold remarks have only further undermined Camilla's already fragile standing. This situation has revealed the cracks in Camilla's position, which are now wider than ever before. If we examine the situation closely, we see a woman who fought relentlessly for her place in the monarchy, but who ultimately may have lost the war for public acceptance. Anne's statement wasn't just a casual critique. It was a deliberate and strategic move to reposition the power dynamics within the royal family. Camilla's history is tainted with scandal, and no matter how much effort she puts into reshaping her image, she cannot escape the shadow of her past. The scandal surrounding her affair with Charles, which led to the eventual breakdown of his marriage to Princess Diana, continues to haunt her, and Anne's words have served as a reminder of the public's lingering resentment. The fact that Anne, a respected member of the royal family, chose this moment to speak out says a lot about the shifting allegiances and the growing support. For Catherine, Camilla's retreat from public life is a glaring admission of defeat. It reveals a woman who knows her time in the royal spotlight is slipping away. Her reign as queen consort has been marked by a lack of genuine public connection, and it's clear that her attempts to win over the British people have fallen flat. In contrast, Catherine's rise to prominence has been natural as she continues to captivate the public with her grace, dedication, and authenticity. Where Camilla struggles, Catherine thrives. Camilla's inability to establish a strong public rapport is a significant failure, especially at a time when the monarchy is under pressure to modernize and stay relevant. The British public is no longer willing to accept figures who cannot relate to them or who are seen as relics of a bygone era. In this respect, Camilla is woefully out of touch, and Anne's endorsement of Catherine highlights the clear distinction between the two women. Catherine represents the future, a modern, relatable royal who understands the issues that matter to the public, While Camilla remains a symbol of the past steeped in controversy and scandal, one of the most compelling aspects of this unfolding drama is the public's perception of Catherine versus Camilla. While Catherine is seen as a figure of elegance and duty, Camilla's public image is far more contentious. The British public has never fully embraced her, and her past continues to weigh heavily on her reputation. Anne's comments have only exacerbated this divide, casting a spotlight on Camilla's inadequacies while simultaneously elevating Catherine's rise to prominence is not just a matter of public favor. It's also a reflection of her ability to navigate the complexities of royal life with grace and dignity. She has managed to build a strong rapport with the British people through her work on important causes such as mental health and children's welfare and her dedication to her family. In contrast, Camilla's efforts to connect with the public have been largely unsuccessful, and her role in the monarchy feels increasingly irrelevant. Anna's remarks have only solidified this perception, drawing a sharp line between Catherine's future role and Camilla's diminishing relevance. Camilla's inability to transcend her past is another factor that works against her. The affair with Charles and the subsequent fallout from Diana's death has left an indelible mark on her reputation, one that she has never been able to fully shake. While some members of the public may have softened their stance on her over the years, the truth is that Camilla has never truly won the hearts of the British people, and subtle but pointed critique has only served to remind the public of this reigniting. The debate over Camilla's suitability for the role of Queen Consort and support for Catherine is not just a personal endorsement, it's a reflection of the changing dynamics within the royal family. The monarchy, like any institution, must evolve to survive, and it's clear that Catherine represents the kind of modern, relatable figure that the public wants to see. Camilla, on the other hand, is a remnant of a past that the British public is eager to move on from. Her inability to connect with the people, coupled with her scandalous history, makes her a liability to the monarchy's future. Anne's comments have brought this issue to the forefront, signaling a shift in the royal family's internal power structure. The contrast between Camilla's transactional relationship with the public and Catherine's genuine connection is stark. While Camilla's attempts to win over the British people have often felt forced and insincere, Catherine's rise has been organic, built on her dedication to important causes and her relatable approach to royal life. This difference has not gone unnoticed by the public, and Anne's remarks have only highlighted it further. In many ways, Camilla's retreat from public life is an acknowledgement of this reality. She knows that she cannot compete with Catherine's growing influence and popularity. It's worth noting that Camilla's position within the royal family has always been somewhat precarious. From the moment she married Charles, she faced an uphill battle for public acceptance, and while she has made some progress, it's clear that she has never fully overcome the stigma of her past. Anne's comments have only reinforced this perception, drawing attention to Camilla's weaknesses and casting doubt on her future role in the monarchy. Catherine's rise, on the other hand, has been steady and unassailable. She has won over the public with her poise, dedication, and relatability, qualities that Camilla has struggled to embody. Anne's implicit endorsement of Catherine as the future of the monarchy is a significant moment, one that signals a shift in the royal family's internal dynamics. It's clear that the monarchy needs someone like Catherine to lead it into the future. While Camilla's relevance continues to fade, this situation has also exposed the limits of Camilla's influence within the royal family. While she may have once believed that her position as queen consort was secure, it's becoming increasingly clear that her role is more fragile than she might have imagined. Anne's comments have not only revealed the cracks in Camilla's public image, but have also brought to light the shifting loyalties within the royal family. Catherine's growing influence, coupled with Anne's support, suggests that Camilla's days of prominence may be numbered. What's fascinating about this situation is the way in which it reflects the broader challenges facing the monarchy. As an institution, the royal family must adapt to changing times, and it's clear that figures like Catherine are better suited to lead this evolution. Camilla, with her scandalous past and inability to connect with the public, represents a bygone era that the British people are eager to leave behind. Anne's remarks have made this abundantly clear, signaling that the monarchy must look to figures like Catherine if it hopes to remain relevant in the modern world. Camilla's retreat from public life is a telling sign of her diminishing influence. Faced with Anne's sharp critique and the public's growing support for Catherine, it's clear that Camilla is struggling to maintain her place within the royal family. Her past, marred by scandal and controversy, continues to cast a long shadow over her reputation, and no amount of public appearances or royal titles can erase the damage done. Anne's words have only served to reopen old wounds. Reminding the public of Camilla's role in the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage and reigniting the debate over her suitability for the role of Queen Consort, Catherine, by contrast, has emerged as the clear favorite for a future leadership role within the monarchy. Her natural charm, dedication to important causes, and ability to connect with the public have made her a beloved figure in the eyes of the British people. Anne's implicit endorsement of Catherine as the future of the monarchy is not just a personal opinion. It's a reflection of the changing dynamics within the royal family and the broader challenges facing the institution. The monarchy must evolve to survive, and it's clear that figures like Catherine are better suited to lead this evolution than someone like Camilla, who remains mired in scandal and controversy. As the British public watches this drama unfold, it's hard not to see this as the beginning of the end for Camilla. While she may have once believed that her position as Queen Consort was secure, the reality is that her role within the royal family has always been tenuous. Anne's comments have exposed the cracks in Camilla's public image, drawing attention to her weaknesses and casting doubt on her future. Within the monarchy, Camilla's entrance into the royal family has always been overshadowed by her affair with Charles, a scandal that not only devastated Diana but also damaged the credibility of the monarchy. Over the years, she has tried to rebuild her image, portraying herself as a dutiful wife and supportive consort. However, the damage done to her reputation from her past actions has been irreparable. No matter how much time passes, Camilla remains for many a symbol of betrayal, a representation of the darker side of royal life where personal gain and ambition take precedence over duty and loyalty. Her very presence beside Charles at official royal events is a constant reminder of the hurt caused to Diana and the integrity of the monarchy. Despite her efforts to position herself as a devoted royal and supporter of her husband, Camilla's role within the royal family has always felt forced and disingenuous. One of the primary criticisms of Camilla is her lack of empathy and connection with the public. While other members of the royal family, such as Catherine, Princess of Wales, have successfully managed to embody the modern values and compassionate leadership the public craves, Camilla has failed to do the same. Her inability to connect with the public on a meaningful level only further cements the perception that she's an outsider, someone who doesn't truly belong within the monarchy. When examining Camilla's influence on the royal family today, it's clear that her presence continues to create friction and disrupt the balance within the monarchy. As Queen Consort, her influence extends far beyond her marriage to Charles, and her actions, whether intentional or not, often cause tensions within the family. One of the most glaring examples of this is her strained relationship with Catherine, Princess of Wales. Many royal observers have noted that Camilla feels threatened by Catherine's popularity and ability to engage with the public in a way that Camilla never could. This jealousy has reportedly led to numerous instances where Camilla has attempted to undermine Catherine, whether by trying to outshine her in public appearances or by subtly influencing decisions that could impact Catherine's standing within the royal family. It is difficult to ignore the stark contrast between Camilla and other female figures in the royal family. While Catherine, Princess Anne, and even the late Queen Elizabeth II have embodied the values of service, humility, and grace, Camilla has often appeared to operate with her own interests in mind. This difference in approach has caused significant rifts within the family and has left many wondering why Camilla continues to hold such a prominent role within the monarchy instead of rising to the occasion and using her position to bridge divides and foster unity within the family. Camilla has seemingly only added to the tensions that already exist. One of the most notable examples of Camilla's damaging influence on the royal family is her involvement in the recent tensions surrounding King Charles' desire to reunite with his son, Harry, and daughter-in-law, Meghan, according to reports. Charles has made numerous attempts to reconcile with Harry, but Camilla has allegedly been a significant obstacle in these efforts. Her disdain for Meghan is well documented, and it's believed that she has been one of the primary voices advising Charles against any reconciliation. This influence not only highlights Camilla's manipulative tendencies, but also raises concerns about her ability to prioritize the well-being of the royal family over her own personal grudges. Camilla's negative influence extends beyond her relationships with other family members. It also affects the public's perception of the monarchy as a whole at a time when the royal family is facing increased scrutiny and calls for modernization. Camilla's outdated approach and self-serving attitude only reinforce the belief that the monarchy is out of touch with the values of today's society. Her inability to adapt to the changing expectations of the public has become a liability for the royal family, especially as younger royals like Catherine and William are working tirelessly to modernize the institution and make it more relevant to the public. In addition to her failure to connect with the public, Camilla's actions within the family continue to fuel speculation about her ultimate intentions. Many have questioned whether Camilla's true goal is to consolidate power within the royal family for herself and her close allies. This speculation has been fueled by numerous reports of her attempts to influence key decisions within the monarchy, from royal appointments to matters of public engagement. While some may argue that Camilla is simply fulfilling her role as queen consort, others see her actions as a calculated attempt to strengthen her own position within the monarchy at the expense of others. It's worth noting that even within royal circles, Camilla's influence has been a topic of concern. Insiders have reported that several members of the royal family are wary of her growing influence over Charles and the decisions being made within the palace. This wariness is not unfounded, as Camilla's history of manipulation and self-interest has been well documented over the years, whether it's her involvement in the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage or her ongoing efforts to undermine other family members. Camilla has proven time and again that her primary focus is on securing her own position within the monarchy, regardless of the impact on those around her. As the royal family continues to navigate an increasingly uncertain future, it's clear that Camilla's presence will remain a contentious issue. Her inability to evolve and adapt to the modern expectations of the public, combined with her divisive influence within the family, poses a significant challenge for the monarchy. While other members of the royal family are working hard to rebuild public trust and present a more relatable and compassionate image, Camilla's actions continue to undermine these efforts. At the heart of the issue is the fact that Camilla simply doesn't represent the values that the public expects from the royal family. In today's world, in an era where transparency, humility, and service are more important than ever, Camilla's self-serving behavior and manipulative tendencies feel out of place. This disconnect between her actions and the public's expectations only serves to highlight the growing irrelevance of her role within the monarchy. Despite the many challenges facing the royal family, there is hope that figures like Catherine and William can help guide the institution through this turbulent period. Their ability to connect with the public and embody the values of a modern monarchy stands in stark contrast to Camilla's outdated approach. However, as long as Camilla remains a prominent figure within the family, her negative influence will continue to cast a shadow over the institution's efforts to modernize and remain relevant. As King Charles III takes the throne, the royal family is under a microscope and the public is glued to the ongoing drama. Annie, the no-nonsense royal with a reputation for her unyielding demeanor, has made it abundantly clear that she won't be relegated to the sidelines. She's not one to be overshadowed even by the queen consort. Insiders reveal this isn't merely about personalities, it's a high-stakes game that could reshape the future of the monarchy itself. With the royal family facing an identity crisis amid growing scrutiny, Anne's bold challenge to Camilla raises a myriad of questions. Will this tension exacerbate existing divides within the royal household, or could it signal a much-needed reorganization of royal duties? Royal commentators are divided, with some viewing Anne's assertiveness as a necessary reminder of hierarchy, while others fret that it might spell doom. For Camilla's role, one royal expert aptly summarized the situation. This isn't just a matter of personality, it's about the future of the monarchy. Anne is firmly establishing her ground, and that could complicate Camilla's role moving forward. The implications of this royal discord are far-reaching, shaking the very foundation of how the public perceives the monarchy. With Princess Anne taking a stand, it seems the once subdued dynamics of royal life are ready for a shakeup, leaving royal fans and critics alike pondering the fate of the institution. As this compelling saga unfolds, the world is left watching in eager anticipation. How will King Charles navigate this brewing discord between his sister and his wife? The royal family, often seen as a beacon of tradition and stability, is suddenly awash in drama that would make any reality TV show look tame. With Princess Anne stepping into the spotlight, her bold demeanor is reminiscent of a lion's protecting her territory. Camilla, on the other hand, is left grappling with her newly elevated status as queen consort, a role that seems increasingly tenuous in the face of Anne's assertiveness. Social media is abuzz and royal watchers are on high alert. Is this the dawn of a new era in the monarchy, or merely a passing storm? What's clear is that Anne's refusal to back down is a wake-up call for everyone in the royal circle, and it sends a strong message. Don't underestimate the power of a royal with decades of duty under her belt. Princess Anne's reputation for straight-talking and fierce independence has always set her apart from her royal counterparts. She embodies a no-nonsense attitude that resonates with the public, a stark contrast to Camilla's often criticized attempts at royal charm. The juxtaposition of their personalities couldn't be more pronounced. Where Anne commands respect through her hard work and dedication, Camilla has often been perceived as someone who entered the royal fold under a cloud of scandal, her past forever lurking like a shadow. In this unfolding drama, one cannot ignore the growing tension between the two women. Camilla's attempts to ingratiate herself with the public and her royal family have been met with skepticism time and again. The public has scrutinized her every move, and now with Anne firmly asserting her position, the stakes have never been higher. The ongoing rivalry is more than just a clash of personalities. It's a battle for relevance within a family that has always valued hierarchy and tradition. Every move made by the royals is now dissected and analyzed by an eager public. Anne's recent display of dominance could signal a major turning point for the monarchy. The question looms large as Camilla, with her questionable past and dubious popularity, slowly being pushed aside in favor of a more grounded, relatable royal. The implications of this power shift could ripple through the entire monarchy, affecting everything from public perception to royal engagements. Rumors swirl that the king may be increasingly aware of the discord between the two powerful women in his life. While he juggles the demands of a modern monarchy, his sister's strong stance could force him to confront the uncomfortable realities of his marriage. As Camilla tries to carve out her identity as queen consort, Anne's boldness may serve as a reminder that the future of the monarchy isn't just about royal titles, it's about genuine public connection. Critics of Camilla argue that she lacks the warmth and relatability that have become essential for royals in today's world. Meanwhile, Anne's established persona resonates deeply with the public. She has never been one to indulge in royal theatrics. Instead, she focuses on her duties, demonstrating a level of commitment that inspires admiration. This is the royal family's reckoning, and Anne's fierce loyalty to her duties is a stark contrast to Camilla's controversial ascent. The public's affection for Princess Anne contrasts sharply with the lukewarm reception. Camilla often receives as the queen consort struggles to win over hearts. Anne's popularity continues to soar, creating an undeniable divide within the royal family. People admire Anne not only for her royal lineage, but also for her authenticity and dedication. Meanwhile, Camilla is left fighting an uphill battle to shake off the legacy of betrayal that shadows her. As Princess Anne steps into the limelight with renewed confidence, her boldness raises a plethora of questions. What will this mean for Camilla's future? Can she sustain her role in a monarchy that now seems increasingly reliant on authenticity and relatability as the lines are drawn? It appears that Princess Anne is not just defending her place in the royal family, she is actively shaping the monarchy's future in her inner image. Rumors of discontent among the royals could escalate into a full-blown rivalry. If tensions aren't addressed, the stage is set for a royal showdown that could redefine the monarchy for generations to come. As Anne asserts herself, it begs the question, will Camilla be forced to adapt, or will she retreat into the shadows of royal life? In the heart of the monarchy, where power dynamics shift like sand, Princess Anne has emerged as a formidable player, standing her ground against the entrenched status of Camilla as queen consort. This is more than mere familial rivalry. It is a potent reminder that the monarchy must evolve to maintain relevance as the world watches closely. The stakes could not be higher for both women. As the narrative unfolds, the world watches as two powerful women navigate the treacherous waters of royal dynamics. On one side, we have Princess Anne, the steadfast royal known for her unwavering commitment to duty and a personality that has earned her a reputation for being refreshingly blunt. On the other, we have Camilla, the queen consort, whose rise to prominence is steeped in controversy and skepticism. This clash isn't just a clash of personalities, it's a battle for the very soul of the monarchy. At the heart of this royal drama lies a deeper tension, one rooted in the contrasting styles and public perceptions of these two women. Princess Anne represents a return to the traditional values of the monarchy, where hard work and dedication take precedence over public relations, stunts and attempts at charm, her steadfast nature, and reluctance to play the game of royal politics. Contrasts starkly with Camilla's often criticized strategies to win favor with the public. Camilla's approach has been marked by attempts to modernize the monarchy, often leaning heavily on a more approachable image. However, this image has frequently been undermined by her past, a history that includes a tumultuous relationship with King Charles and the fallout from the Princess Diana saga. Every attempt to connect with the public has been met with skepticism, and the question remains, can she truly shed the shadow of her past? Meanwhile, Anne's no-nonsense approach speaks volumes. While Camilla attempts to navigate the complexities of royal life with a carefully curated image and dives headfirst into her responsibilities, often engaging with the public in a way that feels genuine and grounded, her work ethic is evident, and her demeanor exudes confidence and authority, allowing her to command respect without the need for theatrics. When examining their respective royal duties, the contrasts become even more pronounced. Princess Anne has long been known as the hardest working member of the royal family, with a schedule packed full of engagements. Her commitment to charitable work and public service is undeniable. Anne's dedication shines through her numerous patronages, and she has consistently demonstrated a genuine connection to the causes. She supports her ability to engage with the public, often without the need for pomp, and circumstance allows her to resonate with people from all walks of life. In contrast, Camilla's duties have often been viewed through the lens of public relations. While she may attend charity events and perform royal duties, her efforts have been scrutinized the perception that she uses these appearances as a means of rehabilitating. Her image has led to whispers of insincerity. Royal experts have noted that her attempts to appear relatable sometimes come off as contrived, diminishing the impact of her work. The juxtaposition between Anne's authenticity and Camilla's perceived insincerity serves as a crucial point of analysis. The public is drawn to Anne's straightforwardness, while Camilla's attempts at charm often raise eyebrows. This dynamic creates a palpable tension within the royal family as public opinion increasingly favors, and public perception is a critical component in the royal family's success, and the current landscape is fascinating. Princess Anne has cultivated an image of a no-nonsense royal who isn't afraid to roll up her sleeves and get her hands dirty. Her authenticity resonates with those who appreciate her straightforward approach to duty in a world filled with carefully crafted images and staged appearances, and stands out as a breath of fresh air. Conversely, Camilla's journey to acceptance has been fraught with challenges. Despite her attempts to modernize the monarchy and connect with the public, the specter of her past looms large. The public's collective memory of her tumultuous relationship with Charles, coupled with the fallout from the Diana years, continues to color their perception. As a result, Camilla finds herself in a precarious position, constantly battling against the tide of public opinion. This struggle for acceptance places immense pressure on Camilla as she tries to forge her identity as queen consort. The contrast with Anne only becomes more pronounced. Anne's confidence and authenticity serve as a reminder of what the public values in a royal figure, and this raises important questions about Camilla's future role within the monarchy. The clash between tradition and modernity is at the forefront of this royal drama. Princess Anne represents the monarchy's roots, values of duty, loyalty, and a commitment to service. Her dedication to her responsibilities speaks to a desire for the monarchy to remain grounded in tradition even as the world changes around it. Camilla, on the other hand, embodies the struggle of a monarchy trying to modernize in an ever-evolving societal landscape. While her efforts to update the royal image are commendable, they often come across as superficial. Critics have noted that Camilla's attempts at relatability sometimes feel forced, leading to skepticism about her true intentions. This tension between the two women reflects broader societal changes as public expectations of the monarchy shift. There is a growing demand for authenticity, and straightforward approach aligns with this desire. While Camilla struggles to connect, reveal the challenges faced by a royal trying to balance the weight of tradition with the need for modernity. In today's digital age, the role of social media cannot be overlooked in this royal drama. Princess Anne's straightforwardness and genuine engagement resonate well on platforms like Twitter and Instagram, where authenticity is key. Her no-frills approach to social media allows her to connect with the public in a way that feels genuine and approachable. In contrast, Camilla's social media presence often feels curated, leading to questions about her sincerity. While her attempts to engage with the public are commendable, they sometimes come across as rehearsed, which can be detrimental in an environment that values raw authenticity. The difference in their social media strategies speaks volumes about their respective approaches to royal duties and public perception. Social media has amplified the voices of royal fans and critics alike, creating a platform for discussion that can quickly escalate with each post. Both women find themselves under a microscope, and the public's reaction can influence their image in real time. For Camilla, this means that every misstep is magnified, while Anne's genuine nature continues to earn her admiration. As we look ahead, the question of the monarchy's future looms large. The clash between Princess Anne and Camilla is not merely a personal rivalry. It reflects the broader challenges faced by the royal family. In an ever-changing world with public expectations evolving, the monarchy must adapt to maintain its relevance and connection with the people. Princess Anne's assertiveness and unwavering commitment to duty serve as a guiding light for the royal family. Her authenticity resonates with the public, making her a beloved figure in an age where authenticity is cherished. As she navigates the complexities of royal life, she embodies the qualities that many believe are essential for the monarchy's survival. Camilla's path forward is less certain. The challenges she faces are formidable, and the shadow of her past will likely continue to haunt her. While her efforts to modernize the monarchy are commendable, she must find a way to genuinely connect with the public in order to secure her place in royal history. The tension between her and Anne may force Camilla to confront uncomfortable truths about her role within the family and the broader institution. In this unfolding drama, we witness the emergence of a new era of royalty, one that prioritizes authenticity over appearances and duty over theatrics. The stakes have never been higher. As Princess Anne asserts herself within the royal family as the world watches, the question remains who will emerge victorious in this royal showdown. While Anne's bold stance has set the stage for potential change, the path ahead is fraught with challenges. The dynamics of the monarchy are shifting, and how these two women navigate their roles will define the institution for years to come. The public's appetite for authenticity and connection will only grow stronger, and the monarchy must evolve to meet these demands. As the saga continues, royal fans and critics alike will be eagerly anticipating each new development. Will Camilla find a way to carve out her identity alongside Anne, or will the princess's boldness push her further into the shadows? The unfolding drama promises to keep us on the edge of our seats as we witness the evolution of the British monarchy in the face of ongoing tensions and evolving expectations. The stage is set for a thrilling conclusion to this royal saga, with Princess Anne standing her ground and Camilla grappling with her identity. The future of the monarchy hangs in the balance. The drama, filled with snide remarks and sharp contrast, underscores the complexities of royal life with King Charles III. Now, at the helm, the question of Camilla's place in the monarchy has never been more pressing. Observers have speculated that the king's support for his wife could lead to a difficult navigation of the royal landscape, particularly with Anne standing firmly in her corner. Anne's forthright nature doesn't shy away from the truth, and one can imagine her delivering some snide remarks and snarky quips about Camilla's perceived incompetence. Perhaps something along the lines of, "Don't worry, Camilla, I've got this royal business down to a fine art." While you are still figuring out how to hold a teacup without a scandal, the contrast between their characters couldn't be more pronounced. While Anne has taken on a plethora of royal duties with grace and dedication, Camilla appears more concerned with securing her legacy than genuinely contributing to the institution she claims to serve. The question that lingers in the air is, what exactly has Camilla brought to the royal family? Aside from her infamous past and a flair for drama, the answer remains elusive, much like her attempts to engage with the younger generation of royals, which often come across as forced and insincere. As the monarchy moves into a new era, with Charles seeking to modernize the institution, the discord between Camilla and Anne raises questions about the future of the royal family. While Camilla attempts to assert her role as a loving wife and supportive figure, Anne continues to embody the traditional values that resonate with the public. It's no surprise that royal enthusiasts and critics alike have found themselves drawn to Anne's authenticity. While Camilla's carefully curated image falters under scrutiny, one can almost hear the collective sigh of relief among the public. As Anne's bold stance sends a clear message, the monarchy will not be overshadowed by a legacy of betrayal and self-interest. It's fascinating to consider how the public's perception of these two women continues to evolve. As social media amplifies the voices of royal watches, it's clear that there is a growing consensus in favor of Princess Anne. She has become a beloved figure, not just for her commitment to royal duties, but for her no-nonsense approach to life. In a world where appearances can be deceiving, Anne's authenticity stands as a beacon of hope. Amid the royal drama, the way she carries herself is an unspoken challenge to Camilla's attempts at charm, perhaps a silent reminder that true royalty doesn't require theatrics, it requires heart. As we continue to watch this royal rivalry unfold, it's difficult not to root for Anne. Her steadfastness in the face of Camilla's insecurity is not only commendable, but it's also a refreshing reminder that the monarchy can still hold true to its values. Camilla may have the title of queen consort, but Anne's unwavering commitment to duty and her authentic connection with the public shine brighter than any crown. While Camilla attempts to navigate her way through the royal landscape, one can't help but imagine Anne on the sidelines watching with an amused expression. The royal family's dynamics are undoubtedly complex, but one thing is certain. Princess Anne's rise as a prominent figure reflects the monarchy's need for authenticity in a world that demands transparency, as Camilla struggles to define her role amidst a sea of skepticism and stands resolute, embodying the principles that the royal family must cling to if they hope to navigate the treacherous waters ahead. So what do you think? Will Anne's assertive presence reshape the monarchy, or can Camilla find a way to secure her place in this complex royal family? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more royal insights and juicy updates. The difference in their social media strategies speaks volumes about their respective approaches to royal duties and public perception. Social media has amplified the voices of royal fans and critics alike, creating a platform for discussion that can quickly escalate with each post. Both women find themselves under a microscope, and the public's reaction can influence their image in real time. For Camilla, this means that every misstep is magnified, while Anne's genuine nature continues to earn her admiration. As we look ahead, the question of the monarchy's future looms large. The clash between Princess Anne and Camilla is not merely a personal rivalry, it reflects the broader challenges faced by the royal family. In an ever-changing world with public expectations evolving, the monarchy must adapt to maintain its relevance and connection with the people. Princess Anne's assertiveness and unwavering commitment to duty serve as a guiding light for the royal family. Her authenticity resonates with the public, making her a beloved figure in an age where authenticity is cherished. As she navigates the complexities of royal life, she embodies the qualities that many believe are essential for the monarchy's survival. Camilla's path forward is less certain. The challenges she faces are formidable, and the shadow of her past will likely continue to haunt her. While her efforts to modernize the monarchy are commendable, she must find a way to genuinely connect with the public in order to secure her place in royal history. The tension between her and Anne may force Camilla to confront uncomfortable truths about her role within the family and the broader institution. In this unfolding drama, we witness the emergence of a new era of royalty, one that prioritizes authenticity over appearances and duty over theatrics. The stakes have never been higher. As Princess Anne asserts herself within the royal family as the world watches, the question remains, who will emerge victorious in this royal showdown? While Anne's bold stance has set the stage for potential change, the path ahead is fraught with challenges. The dynamics of the monarchy are shifting, and how these two women navigate their roles will define the institution for years to come. The public's appetite for authenticity and connection will only grow stronger, and the monarchy must evolve to meet these demands. As the saga continues, royal fans and critics alike will be eagerly anticipating each new development. Will Camilla find a way to carve out her identity alongside Anne, or will the princess's boldness push her further into the shadows? The unfolding drama promises to keep us on the edge of our seats as we witness the evolution of the British monarchy in the face of ongoing tensions and evolving expectations. The stage is set for a thrilling conclusion to this royal saga, with Princess Anne standing her ground and Camilla grappling with her identity. The future of the monarchy hangs in the balance. The drama, filled with snide remarks and sharp contrast, underscores the complexities of royal life with King Charles III. Now at the helm, the question of Camilla's place in the monarchy has never been more pressing. Observers have speculated that the king's support for his wife could lead to a difficult navigation of the royal landscape, particularly with Anne standing firmly in her corner. Anne's forthright nature doesn't shy away from the truth, and one can imagine her delivering some snide remarks and snarky quips about Camilla's perceived incompetence. Perhaps something along the lines of, "Don't worry, Camilla, I've got this royal business down to a fine art." While you are still figuring out how to hold a teacup without a scandal, the contrast between their characters couldn't be more pronounced. While Anne has taken on a plethora of royal duties with grace and dedication, Camilla appears more concerned with securing her legacy than genuinely contributing to the institution she claims to serve. The question that lingers in the air is, what exactly has Camilla brought to the royal family? Aside from her infamous past and a flair for drama, the answer remains elusive, much like her attempts to engage with the younger generation of royals, which often come across as forced and insincere. As the monarchy moves into a new era, with Charles seeking to modernize the institution, the discord between Camilla and Anne raises questions about the future of the royal family. While Camilla attempts to assert her role as a loving wife and supportive figure, Anne continues to embody the traditional values that resonate with the public. It's no surprise that royal enthusiasts and critics alike have found themselves drawn to Anne's authenticity. While Camilla's carefully curated image falters under scrutiny, one can almost hear the collective sigh of relief among the public. As Anne's bold stance sends a clear message, the monarchy will not be overshadowed by a legacy of betrayal and self-interest. It's fascinating to consider how the public's perception of these two women continues to evolve. As social media amplifies the voices of royal watches, it's clear that there is a growing consensus in favor of Princess Anne. She has become a beloved figure, not just for her commitment to royal duties, but for her no-nonsense approach to life. In a world where appearances can be deceiving, Anne's authenticity stands as a beacon of hope. Amid the royal drama, the way she carries herself is an unspoken challenge to Camilla's attempts at charm, perhaps a silent reminder that true royalty doesn't require theatrics, it requires heart. As we continue to watch this royal rivalry unfold, it's difficult not to root for Anne. Her steadfastness in the face of Camilla's insecurity is not only commendable, but it's also a refreshing reminder that the monarchy can still hold true to its values. Camilla may have the title of queen consort, but Anne's unwavering commitment to duty and her authentic connection with the public shine brighter than any crown. While Camilla attempts to navigate her way through the royal landscape, one can't help but imagine Anne on the sidelines watching with an amused expression. The royal family's dynamics are undoubtedly complex, but one thing is certain. Princess Anne's rise as a prominent figure reflects the monarchy's need for authenticity in a world that demands transparency, as Camilla struggles to define her role amidst a sea of skepticism and stands resolute, embodying the principles that the royal family must cling to if they hope to navigate the treacherous waters ahead. So what do you think? Will Anne's assertive presence reshape the monarchy, or can Camilla find a way to secure her place in this complex royal family? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more royal insights and juicy updates.